Hi and welcome to Money for Mums, where we share deals, tips and knowledge on how to manage money for our future payslip. Today I have a few different topics to talk about, so I've got my coffee here. Let's get started. So it's bank holiday this weekend, which means we have a nice extra long weekend. So this weekend it's bank holiday weekend, but I thought let me check and see if there's any deals going on. And right now there's a huge sale happening in Argos. For me personally, this is particularly useful because I want to get a couple of bits for the garden. Thinking about getting any big appliances at the minute, maybe Argos might be a shout. Next, one of the tips that's been around in the money community for a while is not having loyalty and switching to different banks. And First Direct actually have a deal at the minute where they are offering £175 cash when you switch to their bank account with no monthly fees, and voucher for £35 I believe. So if that's the case, it's one of the first deals I've seen where it's actually like a combination and it's not just a cash but it's also a voucher too. Definitely worth considering if you're thinking about switching to another bank account. I'm talking about heat pumps, and I've never actually used this before or really heard much about them, but apparently it may be more beneficial with the cost of our energy bills. Now when we think of aircon, automatically we know that's a drain on our energy. It means that we're going to be spending more electric when we choose to have that on. Apparently when it comes to heat pumps, it can actually have the same effect of cooling your house down, but instead of it generating cooler energy, it actually removes the heat through its technology. Now that's as far as I'm going to go with the explanation because I don't understand these things. I did decide to have a quick look at the prices and they are very expensive. We're talking thousands of pounds, but in the long run, if you're using it every year, if let's say you use it for 10 years, 20 years, it could potentially be worth it if you're saving money on your energy bill. Another thing I wanted to share with you as well, this which isn't necessarily news but something that I have done recently. One of the discovery that I wanted to share with you, and it's from the Conversations of Money platform, where he was sharing lots of insightful information about why you may still be struggling if you're on a higher income. And I found this bit absolutely fascinating because I had no idea. I'm going to be referring a lot to my computer about this because I've just found it out now and I'm still need to learn it, understand it and figure out what I need to do next. So I do apologise that I'm going to keep looking down just to make sure that I get my facts right. If you're on a higher income, so this is often roughly around 50k or more, there's a scheme called High Rate Pension Tax Relief, and this is where you can claim money back on the extra tax that you've been paying on that higher income. Now, the first 20% is automatically deducted. However, when you're paying on the higher rate, this isn't automatically deducted. Now the first 20%, your pension provider will automatically deduct that for you. However, when you're on a higher income, the next 40%, it's not done, and that's something that you have to do yourself. If you're paying income tax at 40% or more, then you would have to actively claim this. So there's 3 ways that you can actually do this. The first way is to do it through your annual self-assessment. The second way is to do it on the HMRC online services. The third way is just to reach out to the HMRC. And the good news is that you can backdate this for up to 4 years. So I was panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, no, I've never done this before. But thankfully, it hasn't impacted me for that long. So I'm able to do this now and not miss out on those high payments. And this is why I love the time that we live in now with YouTube. You can learn so much from other creators. With AI, you can learn so much when you're having a conversation with AI. And then also we can share this knowledge, which I hope to do on this platform as well, is reducing my phone contract. Now, I have been with O2 for about 3 years when I bought this phone that I'm recording off, the iPhone 14, on a contract. The bill at the time was roughly around £60 a month. It crept up a little bit, £2 charge each year, but it was roughly around £60 a month. And in March, I finally paid this bill off. I was quite happy at it being £30 a month because I knew that I had a lot of data and unlimited calls and texts. However, something was really bugging me where I felt, yes, I know this isn't much cheaper. I'm not having to pay £60 a month, I'm only paying £30 a month. But am I getting the value for money? Am I paying more than the market value, or am I actually getting less? And I decided to have a quick browse online, and I think I was getting 20 gigabytes of data I can't remember the package now, but I think I was getting about 20 gigabytes of data and unlimited calls and texts for roughly £30 a month. Well, it turns out there was deals out there online to get unlimited calls and texts and 40 gigs of data for £10 a month. A third of the price of what I was paying and double the amount of data. Now, immediately I found the time to go and call up O2 and say, look, I'm thinking about leaving because I found better deals. And of course, it was a long-winded call. They did a credit check, they asked for all my details, they asked for my annual income and all that type of stuff. But at the end of that 45-minute call, I was able to drop my contract from £30 a month to £10 a month, with double the amount of data. And it's just a pleasant reminder that we can definitely save so much money by being a little proactive with our bills. I hope you have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. So nice to be back on YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.